Now there is one question. Lied answered not. Well, I'm convinced he has three, and I'm going to try to tell you, or my thought, on who Supreme Leader Snoke is. And in my opinion, I don't think it's Boba Fett or any of those crazy Star Wars theories. I'm thinking it's Ezra Bridger. As you can see in the Season 2 Star Wars Rebels trailer, Ezra Bridger is at a dark Sith temple along with Ahsoka Tano and Kanan Jarrus. As you see on that tower, it is a dark Sith temple because of its red glow, the lava flow, and all the Star Wars books out there. If you haven't read the Darth Plagueis book, what says in it is that it tells about how Darth Plagueis was murdered by his Padawan, Senator Palpatine, also known as the Emperor. Well, people think that Darth Plagueis is Supreme Leader Snoke. Well, I kick that idea out of the way. What's my thought is that Ezra Bridger is him because also the Dark Sith Temple, you see that they're probably going to walk into it. Later on in that trailer, you see Ezra Bridger touching a Dark Sith holocron. Yes, a Dark Sith holocron. And as you know, Jedi always carry these things around, but they use them for inspiration for the Force of the Light, to keep them on balance. Well, since Order 66 has gone, and most of the holocrons have been destroyed, there's only a few left. As you can see in the beginning, Ezra was surprised about the first Jedi holocron. But then, if you look over and you see that he wasn't too surprised of the Jedi holocron, he was just considering if he should open it or not. Slowly moving his hand over, he decided to. Probably. Well, I think that, as you can see, I think after he opens the holocron, he sees the dark ways of the Sith. Well, if you look back into the trailer, more details unfold. Well, what's in those details is that you don't notice that a guy is talking to Kanan Jarrus, telling about Ezra's future. The dark side calls to him, he says. But Kanan doesn't believe. They start attacking him, even though they're Jedi. I think that all this time, Jedi temples have been turned into dark Sith. Because it's like a 1 in 100 million bajillion chance of finding a dark Sith temple. Well, since they found one, I'm guessing they went to a weird place around, like, if you've seen Clone Wars, there's episodes of son, daughter, and father. No, I'm not sounding crazy, that's actually their names. So don't be leaving comments below just of that. But son, father, and daughter all live into a dark Sith holocron. But the dark Sith holocron is just a replica of the dark Sith temple, leading to where they had light, and then they had the father that kept them balanced. Well, Anakin is powerful enough to keep the son and daughter balanced, light side and dark side. Since of that, later on in the trailer, Season 2, Ahsoka Tano shows Ezra Bridger of a holocron of Anakin Skywalker fighting to protect the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. He was young, and Ezra was probably shown this because of Ahsoka being afraid that he'd heard the dark. But maybe she doesn't know that he is Darth Vader. If you can see in the photos right now, there are people standing around in the shadows. Well, if you don't see them, well, they're very hard to see, but they're very, very small gnome-like creatures. I think they're spies. Bounty hunters, maybe. But before this video wraps up, Ezra Bridger has to be Snoke because all of this data and intel means that later on that he's destined to be in the light. But so was Anakin. So it makes sense for Lucasfilm to do Anakin Skywalker turning into the dark side, and then Supreme Leader Snoke turning into the dark side, which he is, Ezra Bridger. But I think this one last time because of the way that he looks at the holocron, and then there's a strange appearance and very, very, very amazing appearance of the world-famous villain, Darth Maul, the Phantom Menace. The greatest villain of the Sith ever created. His legs were chopped off. In the Clone Wars series, he began to return. But then, Darth Sidious killed Savage Opress and never killed Darth Maul. He said that he had other plans for Darth Maul while he electrocuted him. Well, as you can see in the Dark Sith Temple, that he is there and is guiding Ezra to the dark. I think that maybe there's a war later on of Ezra Bridger turning old, and he's the right age, and turning into Supreme Leader Snoke. I think Darth Maul was able to escape Lord Sidious's wrath upon him, and was able to escape to where he started the Knights of Ren, but Supreme Leader Snoke, he turned Ezra into, because the way that Ezra uses the Force, he's a strange builder, right? Well, let's say that he doesn't die in Season 2 Rebels, okay? Which, so far, we do not think he does. If he survives, this could be the biggest step of Lucasfilm's history. So, this is what I think about the Ezra Bridger is Snoke theory. Leave comments on who you think Snoke is, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.